What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make advanced adjustments on defense in Madden 18. Now if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you want to improve your Madden game, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so that you join the notification squad and never miss an upload. So what's going on, guys? Like I said, today I'm going to be going over some more advanced defensive adjustments for Madden 18. I did like a beginner video, months and months ago at the beginning of the year. I'll put that in the description for those beginners that haven't seen that one yet. But this video is going to be a little more advanced. It's going to be about making multiple adjustments on a play, so you have to have your speed down a little bit, because I know some people say it's hard to make multiple adjustments. That's kind of something you'd have to just work at getting faster at. But just going to kind of show you how you can take certain coverages, for example, and make them a little bit better, or how to stop certain things that could be giving you trouble. So first we'll look at let's look at Tampa 2, because that is kind of the most common popular coverage at this point of the year. I mean, cover 3 is still pretty popular as well, but we'll talk about cover 2 right now. So the main thing in a cover 2 that let me center the ball up here really quickly. But the main thing with a cover 2 is when you run a cover 2, you're basically kind of just trying to play more bend don't break. If anything, you're typically not going to give up too many big plays against a cover 2, but if you just leave it stock like this, a stock cover 2 is still a decent coverage. It's still, a stock cover 2 is probably still the best, pass coverage in the game. But this is how a beginner would run it. They're just playing online. They're just going to hop in a cover 2 and just, let them do what they do. But you have a couple weaknesses. One is going to be the deep middle. Now, especially if you're playing like regs and you don't have 91 zone guys. So, for example, like this deep post to Cobb here, we'll probably be able to hit this and probably get into the end zone. So, let's see. Now, not all posts. Sometimes that mid-read will cover some posts. But you see there, just like I said, we got to the end zone. We took a hit, but we got to the goal line. That's a big play. You don't want to give that up. So, another thing that you have to realize with a cover 2 that could be weak is underneath the cloud flats. Now, if you have 91 zone cloud flats, they'll play a little bit better, but even still, there's ways to get things open underneath them. For example, like we have high-low reads on both outsides of the field, so I can pass this little flat route up here, and boom, I just got 7 yards, which is a really good pickup. You don't want to give up 7 yards a play, or else you're never going to get a stop. For example, I could drag Randall Cobb, send him over to the other side of the field, and because that cloud flat's going to drop back with the X receiver, I can dump down this drag right here, and boom, I just got 8 yards. That's too much to give up on a play. So what are some advanced things we can do with cover 2 to make it better? Well, the typical thing everybody does is they'll take this mid-read and they drop him back into a deep blue. Now, to do this, you have to base align your defense first, which is wire triangle and then right on the left stick. Then you get on your middle linebacker, you click A or X, and then up on the left stick. That puts him in a deep blue. So now you're going to limit post routes. So if I were to go try to throw that deep post to Cobb now, I'm not saying I can't complete it at all, because sometimes zones do dumb out, but it's going to be a lot harder now. I'm going to try to go past this to Cobb, and that should have been an interception, but either way, it was a deflection, and it wasn't caught. So already, we made cover 2 a little bit better. So what are some other things we can do to prevent, the flats on the outside? We can double flat each side of the field, so like we could take this guy over here, put him in a hard flat, A or X, left on the left stick, he's in a hard flat. We can go take this yellow zone over here, A or X, left on the left stick, boom, we got 2 hard flats, and then you get on this guy and you cover the middle. So now you're giving up a little bit more of the middle of the field, but if you're a decent user defender, you can kind of cover between these hashes yourself, and that is your responsibility. But now, for example, if I were to try to hit this tight end on the flat route now, well, we got a guy right there, he got maybe half a yard. And if I have an actual, a faster linebacker there, someone that can actually get out there and run, like, I don't know, Ryan Shazier or somebody like that, Anthony Barr, it's probably going to be a pick 6. This guy's a little bit, this is actually like a pass rusher, so he's not good in coverage, but if you were running this, you would want to put someone there that's good in coverage. So think of, for example, like flat both outside of the field, like I said, drop this guy back into the deep blue, and you cover the middle. So, like, for instance, they might send something over the middle, like an in route. Well, that's your responsibility. You stay on that in route, and then I missed the pick there because I'm using both controllers, but we're going to go to the replay and show you we've made cover 2 a lot better by making these adjustments because, okay, on this side of the field, there's no high-low. You see the tight end, number 84, he's covered. Devontae Adams up here, he's running into the cornerback on his corner route. He's covered. Over here, this running back, he's covered by number 92. He's sitting right on top of him. And Jordy Nelson up here, he is running into the cornerback over there. Covered. And then we got the middle guy. Boom. And then if there were a deep post on this play, for example, boom, we got him down there. So that's like an advanced way to make cover 2 better. So let's look at some other things. I'm going to back this ball up a little bit here. Now, I always preach about it's so easy to bomb cover 3 for a 1-play touchdown. So we'll show that real quick, but then we'll show, you know, an advanced way to make that better. So here, if I'm in a cover 3, right, I can use corner strike. I can streak this guy, motion this out, and we're going to get a 1-play touchdown off of this if my offensive line holds up. And it does, and then boom, well, overthrow by Rodgers, but you see he had everybody beat. So what are some ways we can make cover 3 better? Well, first off, just a typical thing about cover 3 is you don't ever want to leave these purple zones on the field because what they're supposed to do, their priority is to like shoot to the outside, stop curl routes. They're supposed to limit corner routes, but they really don't. They don't typically get to the outside. For example, I'll show you here. So this is another example. So let's say I was setting up this 1-play touchdown, you know, deal. But also, I still have my corner route over here. Watch what happens. That purple zone is not going to get out there. See, he was just a little bit behind him. Wasn't in terrible coverage, but he was still behind him. The purple zones aren't going to defend it. So you never want to keep the purple zones on a cover 3. You want to either turn them into hard flats or turn them into cloud flats. So to turn them into hard flats, you would press Y or triangle down on the right stick. Now they're hard flats. So the corner route would still be open here, but the flat route wouldn't. Now, if I wanted to play a little bit safer, if I wasn't worried about the flats, then I would shade back up, and now they're in cloud flats. So now he's in a cloud flat. It's going to be harder for me to hit this corner route. So that's one step. So now I'm going to try to go hit this corner route, and you see this time, completely different scenario. The cloud, that's what the curl flat is more or less supposed to do, but it doesn't. Whereas the cloud flat got to the outside of him. So we've already made cover 3 better. Shade down, shade up, we have I don't know why the play just reset like that. But anyway, shade down, shade up, we have cloud flats. Boom. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to leave the purples. But now, how do we stop the 1-play touchdown? Well, what you need to do is you need to take this cornerback over here on the wide side of the field. Anytime you're in a cover 3, you need to take that cornerback on that wide side of the field. You need to invert him so that you're not allowing 1-play touchdowns to happen. So you can click on him, and then right on the right stick, now he's in a deep half. That's what you want to put him in, a deep half. So now, if I try to go throw this 1-play touchdown, you're going to see he's going to get back there and cover it now. Watch. See how he's running with Cobb? I'm trying to throw it. Boom. He's there. And he dumbs out like an idiot. He still hit him and he dropped the ball. But he wasn't open. Whereas last time, see, I'll show it one more time. I'll do a regular cover 3. And then this time you're going to watch. Cobb's going to be open because that deep zone is going to kind of sit down a little bit on the B route. Boom. And you see he's over the top, and he's out to the races. So when you run a cover 3, you always want to make sure that wide side of the field is inverted. That's an advanced setup. So a typical cover 3 setup that can make it better is shade down, shade up, and then you want to get over here and invert this guy. Boom. And then, of course, you still want to lurk right here. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can double flat one side of the field. I wouldn't double flat both sides of the field in a cover 3. But the wide side of the field, for example, you can take this guy that's rushing, drop him into a hard flat. So now you're stopping the high-low read over here. You can still get potentially a high-low read on the short side of the field, but there's less room to work with on the short side of the field. So if you're only going to double flat one side of the field, do the wide side. Because now I can leave this linebacker here. I can get on this linebacker, and I can cover the middle. And if I need to kind of jump down and get into the flat, I can do that as well. So now, put it all together. We can't 1-play touchdown. We can't hit the corner route. But now we also can't hit the flat route because, boom, we have a defender there. That's a pick 6. And then on the other side of the field, maybe they can get into the flats, but they're not going to hit us for 5 or 6 yards in the flats. They might only get us for 3 yards in the flats because it's a short side of the field. There's less room to work with. Now, one more advanced thing you can do, not really advanced, but one more thing you can do with cover 3 is, see, we got the setup here. We double flat over here. The one last thing you can do is you can pull this free safety down. Pulling this free safety down is going to allow him to defend post routes better because if you don't, especially, you know, if you have a 91 zone guy here, he'll defend post decently on his own. But the thing with this is that sometimes he'll, like, certain post routes that are a little bit more shallow, this guy's going to drift too far back, and then the post route's going to get in front of him. But if you drag this deep zone back, like kind of right around where the linebackers are at, he's going to defend a deep post better. So I'll actually show an example of that. We'll run PA post, and you'll see that he should defend Cobb pretty well because we dragged him down. And you see that he was like right up. Cobb did still catch the ball, but he was right up on him. He was right up on him. It wasn't a good throw. Whereas if we would have just did this regularly, he would have been he probably would have been maybe like 5 yards further back from Cobb and had no chance to even break on the ball. Like, this isn't a 91 zone guy. If this was a 91 zone guy, this would be a pick every time, because he would have broke on the ball quicker. But even still, even though he's not 91 zone, he was literally right there as he caught the ball. More times than not, that's going to wind up being at least an incomplete pass. But if we would have just left him at his normal depth, he would have just been too far away. So that's one thing you can do with cover 3, just to kind of tie it all together. You want to either shade down or shade down and then back up. You definitely want hard flats or cloud flats on the field, never purples. You want to have this guy down if you have time. This is probably the last thing I would do. The main thing is taking the purples off the field and inverting this corner, because that's going to limit most of your big plays. And then if you want to double flat side of the field, you can do that over here. And then, you know, you just kind of sit in the middle. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. You know, the two more popular pass coverages in the game right now, cover 2 and cover 3, and I wanted to show you ways that you can make them a little bit better, and limit big plays, and you know, just get more out of them. And you know, if you're playing your average Joe online that's used to just going against stock coverages, you'll give them a lot of trouble if you mix that up on them. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.